Avdija to the basket. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Deni, Avdija. How dare they?
We're here just outside of Tel Aviv with Deni Avdija. Deni, you've had about half a season here with Maccabi, Israeli League, Euro League. How would you describe how this year's gone for you so far?
I mean, it's been great. We have a great team this year. We're fighting. I think we're fifth right now in the Euro League. We're in the top 5 teams. So playing with those players, we have a lot of experienced players, a lot of ex-NBA players, and it's an honor for me to play with them. And it's super fun, you know, when you're a successful team and you have good chemistry around the team. So it's fun to play with.
How's it been for you? You know, coming off a Under-20 European Championship where you were kind of the guy, you and Yam, you know, had an incredible showing out there, and now you're fitting in with, you know, all these different pieces. What's that like for you, the adjustment?
I mean, that's part of basketball, you know. Not all the time you're going to be in a comfortable situation or a team that you're the main player, so you need to know how to fit in each team and to do your best to help the team to win, you know. That's what it's all about.
So we've been watching you since the under-16s in Montenegro.
Right.
You know, I just remember your passing and you're flashy. And the first time we interviewed you, you know, you had some swag. How have the last few years been for you? How have you kind of developed, you think?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the most flashy player. I have some here and there, but
yeah.
I'm just working hard. I'm just trying to develop my body for now. I think it's very, very important. I didn't finish growing yet, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just working hard, working on my shot, making sure I'm shooting a lot of shots during the season. You know, we have a really tough schedule, so it's not easy to fit in a lot of hard work, but I'm working smart and I'm working hard. And I think that's the most important for me as a player right now.
For sure. And so we're going to break down some of your film here. We're going to dive into some areas where you've been really strong and some of the main reasons teams are excited about you, and then also maybe some things you're still working on. So for me, one of the most interesting aspects of your game is your ability to grab a rebound and push in the open court, almost play like a point guard. And this is something we've seen, like I said, since the under-16s with these quick outlet passes. So you can see here the hit ahead. I think that's Quincy Acey just moving the ball ahead.
Right.
You know, guys are going to want to play with you. Where does that come from? Is there anyone you grew up watching that you took that from?
I mean, no, it's just it's been a habit since I was little. I think if you see my clips when I was fifth grade,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see this. It was always in my game. That aspect was always in my game. Always I see it on films, and you know, I'm trying to make it a habit all the time when I'm grabbing the rebound to look forward. And if there's no thing forward, I pass it to the point guard or I bring the ball. You know, it depends.
Yeah, and that's, again, one of the main things that stood out to me. What do you see here? We've seen you kind of thread the needle like this a few different times.
I mean, I see Tyler running forward. He's a fast player, and I know he's ready for the ball. I see him. I see the eye contact. I see this player is not really seeing him. I see him with the back to the player. So I just make a bounce pass strong enough to get to Tyler. You need really to make it strong so it won't be too low for Tyler so he can catch the ball.
And yeah, we've seen this. There it is, right on the money.
Yeah, right.
And then the
and
poster
that's,
down.
oh yeah, that's definitely was play of the game for me. Yeah.
And we saw it, you know, in the EuroLeague. We've seen it in FIBA. Just being able to thread the needle like that. And then this is the other night.
Right.
What did you see here?
I saw again Tyler.
Yeah.
Starting to make a move. Just see him. Again, I like those bounce passes because this defender really hard to steal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't bounce pass though. I think he was a little bit
on a rope.
Yeah. So I think he was a little bit off him. So I could throw that pass. It's just in generally to make those plays.
Yeah, right on the money. And then, you know, that's going to get him 2 free throws. And then here, maybe finding the right balance between hitting ahead and finding guys and looking for your own offense. I would just say make them play you, you know, whether it's maybe you have a pull-up 3, maybe you have, I think, Zeus trailing there, just a tough pass to make.
Yeah, definitely.
And finding that balance between really attacking. But this I love. Like, I love when you're super aggressive, head of steam, and just attacking the rim. You remember this play?
Oh, definitely. I remember this play. Yeah.
What did you see?
I just see two big guys. Like they're bigger than me. I think they're slower than me. I just see a opportunity to attack. If I don't have one, I just go back and organize the offense. But I saw I can break through them, and that's what I did.
And the left-handed dunk. We've seen a few of those this year.
Wow, I don't think about what hand I dunk till I'm just really really up there. But it was a left-handed.
And then this is the other night. I think for you, it's important to kind of figure out a way to play high and low and change speeds, change directions, rather than just straight line upright, as you can kind of see here. Do you remember this play?
Yeah, I remember.
Anything you would have done differently, or?
Maybe a lob to O, because this defender is way less athletic than him. Just can throw it up there. Maybe that's I think was the. But that, it was the beginning of the game, and I had 7 straight points. So
got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Got to be aggressive.
But you're definitely right.
Yeah, maybe the drop-off, maybe the lob, or setting up a Euro. I think finding more ways to get to the free throw line as well for you, just given your size. Just a tough shot. But, again, really strong start to the game for you. And in transition, like I said, is really where you thrive. And especially when you push, give it up, and then sprint the lane. Like, I love this play here. You're active, you're aggressive, and then you finish above the rim, and then you're fired up. Well, what was that game like, the Holon game?
I mean, that was the breakthrough. Like, I didn't play like this since, I think, the under 20. So it was super fun game for me to play. Just breaking through, like, see the real all around that I can do, and I was still a bit shy to do. But this game I had the opportunity to do it, and it was I was in a zone.
Yeah, that was, again, like FIBA version of you that I remember seeing over and over. And so, love your ability to get out in transition. In the half court, I think for you to have an impact initially in the NBA, because there's so many talented ball handlers, right?
Definitely.
So you're going to have to find a way to play off of other guys, which you've had to do this year. And I think the biggest aspect of that is your shooting and being a threat off the catch. Where do you think you're at right now as a perimeter shooter?
I think not stable. I think I had a lot of improvement in my shot. You get stronger, you get a little bit longer. Shots are really dynamic in this age. But I think as my body's progressing and is becoming one piece, I think the shooting has improved, and it's improving still. I'm shooting a lot of shots. I'm working hard on my shot. I'm doing a lot of technique shots, and I think you can see the improvements.
Yeah, and you're almost 35% in the Israeli league. I think a big thing for you is just being shot ready, with your hands and feet ready to go, ready to fire. Here, you do a great job of that in rhythm. You have sound mechanics. There's no reason you won't be a really good NBA shooter. Again, hands and feet ready, on balance. That's perfect. One thing you do sometimes is you don't always stay in your shot, I would say. So watch here.
Right, go backwards. Right.
Exactly. And then there's the miss.
Yes.
But now, compare that to this. You do a great job circling up in pick and roll. You're on balance, and look at how you stay in the shot. Like that's when you're an accurate shooter. And then when you're making shots, they have to close out hard, right? So what did you see here?
I just see him closing out hard. I shot a lot of I shot a couple of threes that game, so he probably want to contest my shot. Fake shot him, go right. Gave me the right. So just penetrated right.
Yeah, you attack, and then again the lefty dunk.
Wow, I don't know what to say about it. Just I don't know, something about that left hand.
Yeah. And then again, a hard closeout. You're able to kind of play read and react, and then with the drop off, with your ability to pass, when you can play off of instincts and they're forcing you off your spots, that makes you really effective and really tough to defend. Now, the one thing I'll say is, after you miss one, sometimes you stop looking at the rim,
right,
and kind of predetermine your moves. And so, as you can see here, like, look how much space
wide open.
Yeah. So if you could do that again, you would what?
Yeah, I probably shoot it, but I don't think I regret what I did, because he's much slower than me, so he knows I'm gonna shoot right now,
right?
So I can fake and just go to the rim. But yeah, I can definitely shoot right here.
Yeah, I think just stepping into open shots, because that's that's a tough shot at the rim. Again, picking your spots, and
definitely.
But here's one little note also, like, okay, maybe you're not wide open, but I would just attack left, rip left. And because when you're driving right where the ball came from, there's just not as much space.
If he comes, I'll kick it back.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think continuing to work on your left hand, how much of an emphasis has that been for you?
Important. Wow. The left hand is very important for a basketball player. It gives you versatility and make the defenders think more. But I think it's not that I'm not good with my left hand, but I'm just afraid to go there sometimes.
Yeah.
Where there's tie games and better and stressful situations. It's harder for me to go left, but I think I can go left and create also. It's something I didn't think about it right now.
Yeah, it's just becoming more comfortable.
It was the beginning of the season, no?
Beginning of the season, and I think you even draw a foul. So you end up drawing a foul. It's just one little thing to keep in mind. And then one last part about playing off the ball. Spacing, yes, and also like respacing when you give it up. So when you give it up, rather than standing, just keep moving, and then get your hands and feet in front of you. And I think that's a big reason why you misfire here is just, that's a tough shot when you're kind of falling
off
back
balance.
and off balance. Here you do a great job of it. You give it up to Jake, then you come for the DHO, hop into it. That's beautiful. And then when they have to chase you, what happens here? Do you remember this?
No.
So they have to chase you, right? Because if you're not a shooter or you're not comfortable shooting, they're probably just going to go under that. Right? But they have to chase, go over, and then...
It's easy.
Yep.
He's committing. I see Jay Cohen. Help side, if he comes, Q's going to under the rim.
And boom.
Easy basket.
Easy bucket. So we've seen you in transition. We've seen you kind of playing off the ball, and I think you also do a great job of moving off the ball as a cutter. Not something we touched on here, but that's going to be really important at the next level. Now, if you're going to be setting screens or you're going to be playing as sometimes a 3-4 even, they're going to be switching, and you're going to have to punish those. Right. And you've been pretty good in those situations. How do you feel you are in the post?
Love the post.
Yeah.
Wow. Love it. It's one of my favorite. I wasn't good. That good, but I worked with my coach Veliko. We worked about we had a board, so we had like a board of wood, and I just go pivot. I just pivot around, make a lot of pivots. With my legs starting burning.
Yeah.
So the work in the post was really effective for me. All the moves and stuff. I just feel the most advantage there when I have the mismatch. I don't know like the NBA style, but I love to go there.
I think it's going to be a part of your game too because you can pass out of the post.
Definitely.
It's an underrated part for wings and guards.
I love the post. I think if you're a player like strong like the 3-mans in the NBA, I will go to the post.
Yeah.
Almost every offense, But that's me. That's what I think. But everybody with their style,
Yeah, no, I love it. And you guys have been running kind of cross screens to get you touches also. Here they're fronting.
Yeah.
You do a nice job showing a target. You dodge the weak side. Same foot, same hand finish. What do you remember about this?
I remember the spin move. Float.
Yep. So you can kind of feel him leaning on your body.
Yes.
You do a nice job of feeling that out, spinning into like the little float game, and one, I believe, too.
Yes.
One thing I would say is maybe becoming more comfortable with your left hand over your right shoulder. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
Just kind of a little
Easy
bunny
lefty.
you probably should have finished, but if you extend with the left.
Easy lefty.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's probably a finish. But this is really going to serve you well, I think. Do you remember this?
Yeah, fade away.
Yep. A little bit of Kobe. Right there,
yeah.
off the glass.
For Kobe.
What did Kobe, I guess, mean to you? Obviously, the tragic news.
I mean, I can tell you the truth that he wasn't my favorite player. I didn't wake as you guys woke to see him play, but I can give him as much respect as everybody because this player. This amazing player, he changed the game for everybody. So maybe I didn't like him as a player, but he changed the game. He changed the game I love, and he had a lot of impact on a lot of players, and that's why I think that's why we play because people see him play and he gives people motivation and to give the mentality of how to work. How much time to work and how hard to work. I think that's why I respect him so much.
No, for sure, killer mentality.
Definitely.
And again, just being really effective in these spots. Here's a little bit of Dirk with the 1 foot
yes.
fall away. You remember this?
German Dirk. Yeah, I remember it. But it was I can tell you it's because of
Late clock.
Yeah,
shot clock. But still, no, you knocked this down. And so being able to operate over either shoulder, mostly against switches, I think is going to benefit you in the NBA. And then you can pass out of this also. Do you remember this?
Yes.
What do you see here?
Mostly when I go to the post, I always go. I won't go back to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go. How you say it? Parallel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go like this, so I can see the whole court.
Mm-hmm.
I can see this corner I can't see, but mostly I can see Zeus in this side.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Tyler right here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Angelo, and I can see Jake. So I can see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll attack and I'll see what happened. And I see this player, he doesn't pay attention, so I just dish it off to Tyler.
Really nice drop off to Tyler. And you give teams a lot of versatility because of your ability to play out of different actions. And so, all right, so we've seen you transition, we've seen you off the ball, we've seen you playing out of the post. To me, one of the most interesting things about you is how you can play almost as a point guard at times. We've seen it really as a primary ball handler in different situations. Teams always ask me, what is Deni? Right? Like, is he going to be a 3-4? Is he going to be a big point guard? Is he? And I think your ability to play on the ball a little bit is what makes you interesting. Where do you see yourself?
I see myself improving in that aspect because I'll be more comfortable because I don't have a lot of situation me handling the ball. Mostly it's Scotty, mostly it's Tyler. Mostly it's not me. But when I'm playing, I don't have any problem to handle with pressure. Yeah, my ball handling is not that pure, but I can work on my ball handling. I think I can read defenders very well, and I can change the pace. That's mostly what you need to do when you're under pressure. You need to slow down, and change pace. Get closer to the defender and change pace. That's all he does. And
for sure. And at the next level, you're going to be facing potentially like a Pat Beverly.
Yes.
Who's going to pick you up and get into you. Right?
But you don't need to fight him. You just you can dish it off. Maybe if he guards you, go to the post, or take advantage of the mismatch. You don't need to handle the ball and cross the half court.
Right.
Of course you can try to, but it's not going to be that smart.
Not always going to end well.
No.
Yeah, and I think using your size is a big positive for you. So here may be some areas like you can see I know this is late, the game's over, right?
Yes.
But you can see here how maybe your handle could use some tightening, one thing, just a little bit sloppy, you draw the foul, whatever. Here's Yam kind of speeding you up a little bit. You do a nice job not getting ripped, but maybe just slowing down and like getting into the offensive flow.
Offense, right. I try to pass him.
And just a tough spot. Just a tough spot to be in. But I do think you do a really nice job here using your size.
Definitely.
Okay?
You see small
have them on your hip, and then watch this. Boom. I'm gone. Strong left hand. Wide open three.
Yes.
So that's the blueprint right there for you. Using your size and using your IQ. Here again against Yam, you remember this. You draw the foul. Yes. Footwork, change pace. So you've shown that you can do
it's
that,
all changing
no
pace,
question.
Yes.
And then again here, this is your best game of the season. Okay, you want to attack me? I'm going to blow by, draw the defender, drop it off. So continuing to evolve, I think, is important for you. And then pick and roll. This is maybe the biggest area where you have room to improve just with your pace. How often are you working on pick and roll stuff?
I'm working, it's not again, we don't have we have really, really, really tough schedule, but I'm trying to work as much as I can about pick and roll. I'm just I think I changed the pace. I slowed down a little bit. I think in this level, because I was in this level, and in this level I was never in this level playing pick and roll. So I think it was really hard for me at the beginning to slow down and read like I usually read, because I was a little bit nervous.
Sure, of course.
So it was a little bit hard for me at the beginning, but I think as the time going through, I think I'm progressing, and I'm reading the game and the pick and roll offense slower and better.
No, for sure.
But I have a lot of room to improve in pick and roll, definitely. I see myself in videos, and I'm not satisfied, but I think it will improve.
No, for sure. And the first step for me that I always say is to become a good pick and roll player, and especially a pick and roll scorer,
Read.
is being able to make this shot when they go under. Like if they're going to dare you, because if they can just go under every screen, then you're not a factor, right?
Yes.
And here, you do that perfectly. Knock it down with confidence, and now they're forced to go over. So this is a good example of when they have to fight over, right? This is against Barcelona, has to fight over. Now it's your world, okay? You can either attack and get downhill. Do you remember what you did here?
Yes, I lobbed it up because I see two big defenders.
Yep.
I don't need to go there. Just lob it up to the big, a little bit high lob because they're tall defenders, and then we have
easy money.
Yeah.
And then here in the Israeli league, one thing I would say is maybe just waiting for the screen, doing a little bit better job waiting for the screen. And this is where kind of experience comes into play. Being able to play out of the pocket, being able to change pace, change speeds. So here I would say maybe slowing up and giving him time to roll. That could draw that weak side defender. You could hit the opposite shooter, but you're kind of one speed downhill here, and they rip you.
Yeah.
So just little nuances like that. Better job waiting for the screen, and now it's about, okay, how am I going to attack this guy, right? What are your options kind of here, would you say?
Maybe hold this player on my back and wait for him to see what he's doing.
Yep.
I think the spacing is not good.
It's not good.
It's not correct.
100%. Yeah, it's just there's not a lot of room to operate.
Yeah.
But in this situation, like you said, maybe hold him on your back, give him time to roll, or maybe hit him with a Euro or some type of change of direction.
Or a mid-range.
Yeah, exactly. And you try to do that. You try to slow up, kind of lose your balance. But it's those little things of playing in the pocket. And here you do a great job of that, like we talk about.
Yes,
you remember
hold
this?
him on his back, yeah.
Okay, you do a great job. He's on your back, and now it's your world, right? Now, in the spacing, again, not great, but you have so many options. And because he's on your back, the big has to play you, and then you hit him with the pocket pass.
Right.
At your size, you're going to be a really tough cover just because you can see over the top, you can hold guys on your back. Really impressive. The one thing I'll say is going to your left again in pick and roll is maybe the area you still have to improve. Okay, so you're kind of holding him on your back, and you eventually get an assist here, but killing your dribble like that,
it's not good.
Yeah.
It's
so
not good.
I would say either get downhill and attack the big, maybe pull up for a mid-range, and you get bailed out, you make a nice play, Tyler makes a nice cut, you get the assist. But the key to pick and roll is being able to operate in those pockets, and I think that's the most important thing. And here you do a nice job holding him on your back. You remember this?
Yes.
What happened?
I just do I don't know how to call this move. Hop step?
Yeah.
Hop step, so just kind of a hop step. Yeah, he's trying to reach.
That's perfect, because you're making that big think. Yeah. And you do a great job using your body. And I really like when you're decisive and aggressive in pick and roll also, especially going to your left hand.
Sometimes when I'm on my left hand, I like to go... I see disadvantage. I like to go fast. I don't like to a little bit. Sometimes I'm waiting, I'm slowing it down. Sometimes I think it's better to just attack immediately. I see the advantage weaker.
Yep. And if you have a crease like that, just go. And that's what you do here. And then you have the nice little slow down finish, the Euro special.
Yes.
So impressive stuff. And again, on your back here, settle. You get the mid range. So having all those parts of your game, maybe a pull up three, the mid range, and then getting to the rim and creating for others. But again, just being comfortable with this left hand and keeping your dribble, I think is important. As you can see here, kind of kill it. And if you kept your dribble, then you have all these options.
Yeah.
So
I just here confused. I thought about throwing it off the top or bounce pass, and then eventually thinking too much, I got to steal.
Yeah, but again, with more reps, you're certainly going to improve in these situations. And then in isolations, whether it's against a switch or just a wing defender guarding you, the key to that is being able to make pull-up threes. Honestly, you see it from some of the best players in the NBA.
Definitely.
You remember this play?
Yeah, pull-up three.
And that's been a part of your game at the FIBA level. You've had the step backs. What do you like to do in isolation situations?
Mostly read the situation. If it's heavier player, defender, maybe he's gonna drop back a little bit. I will have space to shoot. Or if he's close, I'll just blow by. If it's a smaller guard, I'll just pass and go to the post maybe. Or I clear the corner and go to the post. There's something that I can also do. There's something that I work on. And me and Tim always talk about.
Yeah, and again, just being able to make that pull-up three is going to, suck guys out, and they have to respect you there. So you hit the first one, and just becoming, I think, more consistent from the perimeter in those situations. Because as you can see here, if they don't have to play you, then it's a lot easier for them to kind of stay with you, keep you in front. But again, you're going to continue to get better and better in those type of situations. And then I would say the last thing offensively for you is just your finishing. How would you describe yourself as a finisher right now?
I need to be more aggressive at finishing. I think I need to start thinking about going higher and dunk the ball every time I can. It's not something I think about during the games, but I think I'm doing better job from the past. Sometimes I just want the contact to create a foul. I just don't want to go to finish.
Yeah, no, I think going strong. We saw you dunking the ball earlier, being aggressive. Here, I would say just go put your head on the rim. You're 6'9", you're a good athlete. They should never be able to do that to you because of your athletic profile. And then maybe having longer strides to the rim also. Like, watch your last 2 steps here. Very short and choppy. If you can find a way to stride it out, get all the way to the rim.
It's easy. It's
easy. Yeah. And, these are things you're going to continue, obviously, getting better at. But, with your size, with your athletic profile, there's no way you shouldn't draw more fouls. And then maybe here with the left hand, maybe just extend with the left. I think you finish anyway. But just little nuances like that, are going to, I think, go a long way. And here, you remember this play?
Yeah, they pressing. He's giving me the right lane.
And you reject the screen?
Aggressive, yeah, with the left.
Love it. I love it. Showing some creativity, showing the ability to finish from different angles, that's important. And then lastly, you have this little slow-down floater here again. This is an important shot in the NBA because you're going to have Rudy Gobert rotating over from the weak side.
Some shot blockers.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a tough adjustment. So, again, offensively, I think you've had some really nice moments this year. How much of an emphasis has rebounding been for you?
I really like to rebound, but we have a lot of big guys. Sometimes you just don't want to.
Yeah.
You just don't want to steal boards. It's all about stealing boards. I remember a funny story. Me and Quincy was talking about. He gives me permission to crash the board. So if we have a tall player against us, so he's always telling me crush the board. Now crush the board. So don't when we don't have it. Sometimes he will come to me and I'll board it. And I won't steal. Boards. They get really frustrated because of this, but.
And because of your ability to push off the break, I think that's why rebounding is going to be really important for you. Because there are times when at your size you're going to be playing as a forward defensively in the NBA just because of the way the league has gone. And when you can play that big and also operate as almost a point guard offensively, that's a really tough mismatch. So here, maybe just being a little more physical and driving this guy back.
Yeah,
using your body.
That's one of the most things I hate the most about the rebound because that situation. This guy is not weak. He's a big guy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not easy for me to push him backwards. So I mean, most of those shots from the corner are gonna end up
on the weak side.
On the weak side.
Yes.
So it's a 60-40 situation for him.
Yeah, and this is a tough situation because of the pick and roll switch, and just maybe getting as low as you can and just being as physical as you can, being scrappy, being a fighter, because that's that type of stuff drives coaches crazy.
Yeah.
And what about here?
Didn't box out, didn't see him.
And it's not always a box. Almost sometimes it's just a check, just a little check so you can still pursue. I think rebounding has changed in that regard. Just a check so you can pursue and, go get that ball because you're big enough, you're athletic enough to go get a lot of rebounds. And then, you're going to be battling guys like Tillman, right?
Right.
And you remember that?
Yeah.
Gets inside, keeps the play alive. But when you go to the glass, when you really attack, you're a great rebounder. Watch this. You remember this? Just a little thing like that. Going to the glass and a tap out. Your coach is going to love that. Just when you're active and aggressive, and then that starts to break. Here again, really attacking the glass. Boom. And then you're going. So you have all the tools to be a great rebounder for your position, and I think you're going to keep improving. This is the area where I've been really impressed, is your weak side help. And this summer, I remember watching you, and
wasn't never in my game.
Yeah, but this summer
This summer
was the first start.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. This
yeah.
summer was.
So
the
what
first
happened?
Was ever? I don't know.
Now you're like this shot blocking
I don't know. They made me a shot blocker, rim protector.
because you had to play kind of as more of a big.
I think it came from I want to help the team
Yeah,
as much as I can.
sure.
So we didn't in the under 20. We didn't. If you see this roster, we
Yeah.
didn't have a lot, we didn't have shot blocker.
Right.
We didn't have a lot of rim protectors.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it to my side. So I knew that we have great guards to guard outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I took this role and I gave myself that role of okay, I'm now gonna contest all the inside, all the paint area.
Mm-hmm.
And get the boards, and that's what I did. That's what helped the team play great defense. I think in the summer, and I brought it to the first team. I just try to stay vertical as much as I can with my both hands up. Sometimes they call a foul, but most of the times I just contest the shots.
And it's been great. You've been a really good team defender. I think all season your defense in general has made a big jump. So what do you see here?
See here, he's blowing by. It's my weak side help.
Yep.
I'm right there.
Right, and you do a great job of jumping when they jump, sometimes even before. And that allows you to use your size. You do a great job of he comes into your body, you don't foul. This is one of my favorites. Like, look how quickly you're off the floor almost before he is.
Yes.
And then you get the block at the rim. Again, so nobody showed you this? This is just... You just put this into your game.
Yeah, it just came.
Yeah, no, it's great. I think coaches are going to love this.
Surprise. It's a nice surprise.
Yeah, and then, you're going to face big body guys like this. This is going to happen in the NBA from time to time.
That's a tough shot.
It's a tough shot. And I think the one way to combat that is by being there early like you are here.
Yes.
Watch. You meet him right outside that circle. That's what coaches want to see. Meet him outside the circle.
Definitely.
You're vertical. Tough shot. So that's been really impressive to see you grow there and develop into a guy. Because when you were younger, you were not much of a defender.
No.
Yeah,
not at all.
hell no. You can say hell no.
Hell no. I didn't care about the defense that much.
Yeah.
But I think one of I can give a really. First of all, I had one coach who, when I came to Maccabi, he really punished me not playing defense.
Okay.
He gave me the side of why it's important to play defense.
Yeah.
And I started developing and being a better defender because, if I didn't play defense, I didn't play. So I might as well play a little bit of defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And the senior level, you have to play defense. Especially with Coach Giannis.
Yeah.
His defensive part is the most important. That's what's win us the games, and I'm trying to be the best I can in those aspects and situations.
No question. Okay, and then so now let's dive into closeouts.
All right.
So it's about being in the right position. It's about reading and reacting. What do you do here? You see you on the weak side?
Yes.
So
I'm taking the big out. So
yeah.
Jake will be between the two defenders.
Yep. So it goes to the wing.
Okay.
And then you're out. And you're there right on the catch.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect defense. This is Malachi Richardson, I believe. He was an NBA draft pick. And you do a great job of then keeping him in front.
Sending him left.
Contesting. That's perfect. Perfect defense. Coaches will love that. And then again here.
See Jeff Whitty with a smaller guards,
Yep.
helping out a little bit. That's a risky situation because that's when I need to be here more than here.
Right.
So that's a tough closeout right there.
But you cover ground, high hands, get him off of his spot. Then you're using your body to defend the post. And then you don't foul. It's perfect defense. Perfect. So you've had some really good closeout moments this year. One thing I will say is, I don't know if you guys teach this. A lot
Strong
of coaches
side
will
help.
say. A lot of coaches. Well, yeah, that's one.
No strong side. We don't strong side help. Sometimes they help too much.
Yeah. Well, we have a little of that, I think. And another thing coaches will teach is not giving up middle drives on the closeout. So if there's a way to, as you close out, force them toward the baseline.
And if you can see the situation, we have 0 fouls.
Okay.
Maybe make them 1 foul
you
to
could.
send them to the sideline.
You could. And just that middle drive is going to create, now you guys are in scramble mode. But off the ball, how do you think you've been? So aside from the verticality stuff, how do you think you've been?
Sometimes I pay attention a lot to the ball and not to my guy. Sometimes I fell asleep.
Yeah.
It happens.
I think it's been a mix. It's been some really good moments and some learning moments for you. What should you maybe be doing here?
Maybe, I don't know, because
it's tough with the big.
Yes, because this big is wide open for a dish.
Yep. So you have to be there.
So maybe I'll be I'll be more down, and I'll be one leg like this and one leg to him.
And it's tough. That's a tough part about team defense is you have to kind of be in position to play multiple guys, but maybe just being a little bit more down toward the baseline to take that pass away.
Right here?
Yeah, wide open three.
Right,
yeah. So then, but here's a clip of you doing it perfectly. A little bit different situation because there's no big there, but you're taking away that baseline drift, and you do a great job. Your head's on a swivel, get the steal, perfect. So again, we've seen some of the good, some of the bad. What you mentioned before, this isn't exactly strong side, but you probably don't need to help there.
I don't need to help. He's with him. He's putting his body. It's just terrible help.
And end of half, that's the type of situation where Giannis says, Deni, you're going to sit on the bench to start the second half. So
I knew right here.
You knew you were done. Yeah. And, it's just little mental things like that come with experience.
That's the position I need to be with the wide open three right here. Like this.
And look, Zeus gets back cut,
right,
and you're there to help.
Right. Zeus needs to go out of the paint, I think, and I need to stay with him.
Yeah, and what happens? Check it out. Boom, steal. Exactly. Good communication, good positioning, really well done. And I will say you do a really nice job of denying the catch with these guys. You've blown up a couple of these dribble handoffs. You guys keep stats like...
yeah, we have that... we have... I don't know.
Nico was kind of describing to me...
They don't show us, though. They don't show this. They don't show us a lot of positive things or something like that.
Well, this is one of them. They're kind of in scramble mode. He picks up his dribble, and you do a great job of making it a difficult catch for him. He's completely out of sorts. Elijah steps in, takes the charge. So just playing with energy like that is going to go a long way for you. And then I think you've done a really nice job on the ball also. How many positions do you think, what positions do you feel most comfortable defending?
Every.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like challenges. I like to get the big guys inside. I like to fight them. Trying to play guards outside. I can do this as well. We have a lot of talented guards in Europe, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying to focusing on the tactics. Maybe he doesn't like to go left, so I'll send him left.
Right. Yeah.
Little stuff like this to make the defense way better. Like I tried to force him left right here. I didn't succeed, but I closed him the right as much as I can.
Yeah. And you did a great job. You do a nice job of sliding without fouling. And I think again you've improved so much defensively, guarding fours, threes, even switching on the perimeter. You remember
James
this?
Young, yeah, great player.
Yep, NBA draft pick. Yes. I think 17th to the Celtics.
Talented.
And here he goes left. You do a great job of staying with him. He loses balance. You're on the floor. That's great defense. And then here again against a point guard. You know who that is?
McNeil.
Yeah, Jerome McNeil. Yep. You do a great job of keeping him in front, staying with him, and he's a really good player. And you're active.
And I need to give him a shout out. He said to me, "Good defense, young bull."
Yeah. So we had him with the Bakersfield Jam, 2012-13. I spent a year with Jarrell.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the toughest competitors you'll find.
We see it.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, we played against him when he was in a pole.
Okay. Yeah, he's had a nice career here in Israel. So
player.
Shout out to Jarrell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bakersfield. And here James got you a little bit.
Yes.
You remember this?
Yeah, just got in the game. He got me with a step back. I thought he will go all the way.
Yeah.
He gave me with a step back. He hit me on this one.
He got you wobbly. A little bit wobbly.
I'll give him this one.
So these are the type of guys you're going to be facing in the NBA. You're going to have to guard maybe a Paul George or maybe a Kawhi Leonard. So just staying locked in and learning their tendencies. But again, you do a great job of kind of staying with these guys and then using your size and length to make it tough at the rim. How do you think you've been in the post?
I think I'll have some situations that I will blow by, but I think mostly I'm giving a good fight in the post.
Yeah.
Definitely not easy.
Who is this? Do you know?
Howell. Richard.
Yeah, he gave you some work.
He's strong, he's strong.
Strong.
Good touch in the post. Not easy to guard him.
And you guys, I think, are even throwing a double at him. I would just say be low and have your hand ready for this rip through. Just finding different ways to be more active because knowing he's stronger than you, right? So how can you disrupt him? And he gets right to the front of the rim. But
if you see,
let's run it back.
All right, let's run it back.
I love it.
If you see,
okay,
we ran double, right?
And so he should come earlier.
Yeah. So what I need to do is send him this way,
Right.
and he needs to be right here to protect to double him.
And it's just a little late.
Mostly I don't give baseline. I don't give any directions.
Right.
I just put my body in. But right now, you see he's coming right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just put 2 hands up and that's over. But right now it's a little bit late.
Yeah.
So easy layup.
Yeah, easy layup. But again, just trying to be as physical as you can is the only thing you can really do. And this is against Alba. You do a really nice job of that. You're battling.
Strong dude.
Strong dude.
Strong.
Who is that?
Giffy.
Yeah, Niles Giffy.
Yeah.
And then using your length, staying straight up. That's really good defense. So you're going to have to guard some of these big, strong guys in the NBA. And so I think you're more than equipped. Now, this is the last clip. One thing.
I know what you want to say.
You have you seen this clip?
Yes.
Okay, let's watch it again though.
It didn't happen for a while.
Yeah.
No,
I found one.
Nice.
So okay, you're fairly open.
Yeah, fairly.
But just watch you the whole time. Hands up, hands up, hands up, and even after you score, the head's down.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot better at this. How do you?
I didn't do it as much often as I did before.
How are you? Is this something that the coaching staff talks to you about? How are you working through this? Because you have to find that balance between you're competitive, you're expressive, you're emotional, but sometimes it's this.
It happens. It's part of the game. You know? Sometimes even I don't see past this, but it's doing the game. A lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say you had 7 straight or 9 straight points.
Yeah.
And you want to keep going.
Yeah.
And you don't. It's a lot of emotion doing the games, but I'm always down to play,
to look and reflect, and
like to give, just to be part of the team. Maybe I didn't get the ball right here. Maybe I was like frustrated for 1 second, but it won't affect my next offense.
Right.
I won't come next offense and be angry and shoot because of anger.
Right. Yeah. You moving on to the next play quickly.
Oh yeah, happened. Let's go.
Of course.
Let's play D.
Yeah, of course. No, it's just one thing that maybe scouts who don't know you will see if they've never seen you play, and they come over and see you, and this is something they'll write down and say, oh, and maybe they'll see it as a negative.
But I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
How many did you ever see players not getting frustrated when they're wide open? It barely happens, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Barely.
You're right. I mean, look at Luka. He's frustrated all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it helps get him calls, So I think there's the right balance.
You need balance, definitely.
You need balance.
Definitely. You can't be all the time, you're wide open, you need to say something.
Yeah, of course.
You can't, it's really hard not to say anything, but it's just part of the game, part of the emotions. A lot of things. I don't think depends. Body language, it can happen sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's basketball, It's because of your competitor. You want to be as good as you can and to help the team to win. It's not about, I hate this teammate, he doesn't pass to me. It doesn't like that. We're good friends out of the court and on the court, and everything is cool. But sometimes it just happens that we have plays that I'm getting frustrated a little bit.
Heat of the moment. That's what happens. No question. And your competitiveness is something that I think people like about you. So it's about finding that balance. And so I guess as we look forward here, what are your goals for the rest of the season?
Keep working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Keep improving. One of my biggest thing that I like about basketball is, and especially in my age, is to see improvements. See the film and see, there's a move that I didn't do before. And that's a move that I worked about. Those moves in the post, I worked on those moves almost 2 years, but I didn't touch it for half a year. So let's say suddenly it pops up. Suddenly it's a surprise. Maybe the defense, the verticality, all the sliding workout defense I did. It's maybe I work on it right now and it doesn't show right now, but it will show up eventually.
For sure.
And that's one of the biggest thing I like about basketball and me developing. Just keep shooting as much as I can. I like to put up shots. I have a gym next to my house. I go every evening, maybe 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, just to put up shots and polish my mechanics. Just don't let games affect me. Yeah. Maybe I will have great games. Maybe I will have games that I won't score, but I know who I am. I know what kind of player I am. I know what I'm aiming for, and I know how hard I'm working. and I don't need anything to interrupt in my way.
And maybe one thing scouts always ask me is about any player. What does he do? Why will I put him on the court? What do you think is your like what do you bring to a team? Why is NBA coach going to look down the bench and say, "Deni, you're in"?
Just winning the game. Want to win the game. Want to change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the game won't go good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing energy,
mm-hmm.
bringing toughness,
mm-hmm.
bringing fighting spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's contagious.
For sure.
It's contagious. When somebody's fighting and you see him on the floor and getting bored and stuff, everybody wants to take a part in this.
And last thing, do you follow the draft? Do you follow the guys playing in the States? Do you pay attention to all this?
No.
No.
I'm focusing on my goals right here in Israel. Focusing on my goals with Maccabi.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of good players out there, and I wish them good luck and keep working hard to them also. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And one last thing, I just want to give a shout out to who was a good friend of mine and your longtime agent, Maurizio Balducci. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
A legend who played a big role in your development. And so, Deni, I know you'll dedicate your career in this season to him. And I wish you the best of luck as we move closer to June.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you
very much.
Appreciate
Thank you.